Hello, I'm Dr. Scott Swerdlin, and it's my privilege to be president of Palm Beach Equine Clinic. Our mission statement is simple. Palm Beach Equine Clinic is dedicated to providing exceptional care to the horse and improving our relationship with our clients and our community. Since 1983, I've enjoyed going around the United States picking what I believe to be the best veterinarians in the country. Not only do they have exceptional skill set, but better than that, they're really kind and wonderful people who love taking care of horses and are great communicators. The future of Palm Beach Equine Clinic is exciting. We've seen remarkable growth over the last 10 years. We have over 24 veterinarians now, and we can see us growing even larger in the future. As new technology is developed, we'll be the leaders in making sure that it's available to our clients and improving the quality and life of the horses throughout the United States.
I think I was a little bit pre-programmed to be a veterinarian. Both my dad and my uncle were veterinarians. Grew up on a beef cattle ranch, and we always had working horses. So I think early on I pictured myself being some kind of cowboy veterinarian. And then as I went through school and kept doing more and more advanced training, I ended up here and doing equine surgery. So I went to vet school at the University of Florida. I went off and did a surgical internship in Edmond, Oklahoma at a really nice center there. And then I went on to do a surgery residency at North Carolina State. I spent a couple years working at a nice private practice referral center in Texas, and I finally just made my way back home to South Florida. Decided to come to Palm Beach Equine because it's a very unique place. We have some of the finest equine athletes in the world that come spend their winters down here. And it's just a wonderful place to work. We've got superior equipment, facilities, staff, and I think just a premier surgical facility. I'm one of 3 board certified surgeons at Palm Beach Equine, and I do think our facility, our surgical facility and equipment sets us apart. We've got a lot of specialized equipment for minimally invasive surgeries like arthroscopies and laparoscopies. So we can do some pretty advanced procedures and get these equine athletes back to work as soon as possible. At Palm Beach Equine, there's a surgeon available 24 hours a day, and we perform surgeries, everything from open GI surgeries, fracture repairs, all the way to minimally invasive keyhole joint surgeries. And all that's with the intention of returning these premier equine athletes to their intended use. At Palm Beach Equine Clinic, we don't just cater to the high-end performance horses. We treat every horse the same, and every horse is part of our family here. My passion is fixing horses, and I can't think of a better place to do it than Palm Beach Equine.
I grew up riding a lot, mostly eventing, some fox hunting, show jumping, and a little bit of polo when I was at vet school. Yeah, I did my high school and everything in England. I went to vet school in London, the Royal Veterinary College. My area of interest really is sport horse medicine. Most of that involves soundness and lameness exams, performance evaluations, but we also bring in other areas such as the cardiovascular systems, respiratory systems. So it's a nice varied subject. It's a very, very challenging field because you're working with high performance athletes, but it's very rewarding because you get to see the success and share in some of the success of your clients. Also gives you great opportunity for travel. I've seen a lot of the world traveling with clients to competitions and to do pre-purchase exams, which has been a real plus for my career. It's really exciting, some of the clients that we have here, looking for them going to the major competitions around the world. It's a very exciting field to be in. Although a lot of our clients are based here in Wellington, and this is becoming more and more an area that they're residing for a large portion of the year, obviously they travel extensively across the world. Great thing about being part of such an extensive team as Palm Beach Equine Clinic is that we can really service our clients wherever they are. We have veterinarians that are licensed all over the world. We have multiple states, Europe, the UK, South America. So really, we can provide services throughout our team in the majority of the world, and often we'll have people situated all over the world. So we'll have veterinarians in North Carolina for the Tryon shows, in Lexington, Kentucky for those shows, throughout the Northeast, New York, Connecticut, the shows that got there. We will have veterinarians traveling to Spruce Meadows in Canada. We have veterinarians licensed in the UK, Europe, and so it's really a benefit to our clients, I think, that we can provide these services wherever they are in the world.
Dr. Jorge Gomez. I'm a veterinarian originally from Colombia. I decided to be a veterinarian since I was 6 years old. I was born with a passion for horses, so I decided to join Palm Beach Equine Clinic since beginning of 2011. So in my practice, I had the fortune of working for several international teams that compete at the highest level in the sport, like Pan American Games, Olympic Games, World Equestrian Games, FAI Nations Cup on the A-League, that's at the top of the sport. It doesn't involve just taking care of the health and the lameness of those horses. It's very important to know these athletes really well, these horses really well, work in conjunction with the coaches, work in conjunction with the farriers, work in conjunction with the riders, in order to keep these horses performing at the highest level for the longest period of time. So you become part of the team, and when you go to the competitions with a horse that you have been working for a long period of time, you develop some type of bond. It's really enjoyable to see when they success, and it's great to be part of those teams and to work hard with a horse that needs help, or with a rider that needs some help with their horse, and then the horses do well. And since these horses travel all around the world, my practice during the summertime includes me traveling all around the world, And I've been riding horses since I was born. I do not remember the first time I rode a horse. And I still jump. I still have my own mare, and I compete on the adult competitions. I just think that the ones that are passionate about this, we live on vacation, and that is the reason because we are willing to work the whole time.
I was raised in British Columbia on the Pacific Northwest of Canada, and I grew up riding horses and spent my whole life mainly eventing. Currently, I'm riding show jumpers and spent this past winter and the winter before doing the medium amateur owner jumpers with my mare, Lucia. And that's one of the main reasons, among others, to come to Wellington, Florida, to Palm Beach Equine Clinic. I went to vet school in Saskatoon in the middle of Canada, and then moved from there to Pennsylvania, New Bolton Center, to do an internship in sports medicine. And then from there did an imaging residency at the University of California, Davis, where I became board certified, so a specialist in diagnostic imaging. In December 2013, I left the University of California and came to Palm Beach Equine Clinic, where I'm on site and interpret all of the scintigraphy and MRI examinations. At this time, I have an office on site during season, so I'm able to interpret the studies when they happen. I spend quite a bit of time doing the advanced imaging techniques, but I also interpret a lot of radiographic studies for the doctors of Palm Beach, but also regional doctors, and spend some time looking at pre-purchase examinations and lameness diagnosis type radiographic exams. It's been a great experience. I'm very happy to be here. We have world-class equipment and have the luxury of working on world-class horses, which is a real privilege, I feel. I feel very, very lucky in that way to be here and to work with the doctors that I do. One of the best features of working at Palm Beach Equine Clinic is the ability to work with a great staff in the diagnostic imaging department. The group is dedicated to the horses and spends a lot of time trying to ensure rapid scheduling of horses into both nuclear scintigraphy and MRI. When I'm on site here, I can look at the studies as they occur, and that allows for us to change the direction of the imaging study. So for example, if we're not finding a major abnormality in the foot, we can change the MRI study at the time the horse is in the hospital to go to a different region rather than waiting to a different day to try and get the same study done. This is a real advantage, I believe, for horses when they're coming in for these kinds of things, is we can get the answers quickly and send the horses back to the farm from where they came as soon as possible. This is all made possible by the staff at Palm Beach Equine and the ability to have the horses come in and out quickly and back to their show schedule as soon as possible.
So I'm Bob Smith, and I'm originally from Hopewell, Virginia. I developed my interest in veterinary medicine about the 6th grade. That was my only goal at that time. I went to VPI, graduated in animal science, graduated in 1971. And from there I went to the University of Georgia, College of Veterinary Medicine, graduated in 1975. And then in 2008 I joined the practice here at Palm Beach Equine Clinic. We are fully equipped in the reproductive laboratory. We have a nucleo counter which allows me to evaluate and count sperm cells, not only viable ones but non-viable ones. Have a phase contrast microscope which allows me to visualize the various parts of the spermatozoa. I'm able to do embryo transfers so that the donor mare can continue her work or produce more than one embryo a year, more than one foal a year. Another exciting field is freezing stallion semen. We have the nucleo counter helps with that, and the phase contrast microscopy, and the state-of-the-art facilities that are available here at Palm Beach Equine Clinic allow me to do a good job at freezing stallion semen. We have hundreds of stallions collected and stored here at the facility. A client wishes, we can freeze embryos to be used and put in a recipient mare at a later date. So the advanced reproduction that we do is embryo transfers, stallion freezing, and embryo freezing. Also do the routine stallion collection and shipping semen and extensive AI work with mares. We can even, at this point in time, recover genetic material from horses that have recently deceased. In the past, flushed testicles or the epididymis to recover sperm from stallions that have recently died. And if given access, I can recover ovaries to allow recovery of ovocytes that can be used to be fertilized and put into recipient mares. So the advanced reproduction that we do is embryo transfers, stallion freezing, and embryo freezing. All the other professionals here at Palm Beach Equine Clinic are tops in their field and are inspiring to be with. I'm very lucky to be part of the team.
All right, went to University of Glasgow Veterinary School in Scotland, and then following came to Palm Beach Equine Clinic to do my internship and the Chi Institute of Acupuncture and Herbal Medicine to do acupuncture and herbal medicine, and stayed on here at the clinic for the last 5 years as a general practitioner. I grew up riding horses and showing hunters in California on the A circuit, much to my father's dismay. As well as being a general practitioner in Western medicine here at Palm Beach Equine, I also practice Eastern medicine in the fields of acupuncture and herbal medicine. Okay, acupuncture can be used in many ways. You can use it to treat colics, to treat lameness, to treat behavioral problems, as well as just maintaining performance and maintaining a quiet, loose horse. A lot of people really like to use acupuncture before a major competition in order to keep their horses sound, to keep them relaxed. And I think it's a very beneficial purpose. It's wonderful working at Palm Beach Equine Clinic in a forward-thinking practice that embraces acupuncture and herbal medicine, Eastern medicine. And they will use me for cases where Western medicine maybe isn't fully accomplishing the job. If we have a case in the hospital that is a colic and it needs some intestinal motivation, I can call me out, I can needle the horse and improve gut sounds, and we can send that horse home happy and healthy. And being here and having fellow veterinarians embrace that really does make us a very forward-thinking practice.
I grew up in Pennsylvania, went to the University of Penn State for my undergraduate. I then continued to vet school at the University of Glasgow in Scotland. There I met my wife, Janet Greenfield, who also works here at the clinic. And together we did an internship here and have been here ever since. Here at Palm Beach Equine Clinic, I do lameness, sports medicine, but one of my specialties is dentistry. Horses need dentals yearly, and we're here to do that. It's beneficial in that it keeps the horses working well, performing well, and more importantly, eating well. And along with the specialization, we don't just do routine dentistry. We're looking at more involved tooth extractions if needed. With our surgical staff here, we can also do sinus, other oral surgeries. 3 surgeons on staff. We're not very limited on what we are capable of doing. We go to the farms, do our dentistry there, which including the float involves a thorough dental examination, making sure that we're catching any problems your horse is going to have before it has it. A horse with poor teeth is going to eat poorly, therefore digest poorly, and could lead to colic. You keep your teeth done at least once a year, and that goes for all horses. The clinic also offers further preventative care, including vaccines and worming protocols. Additionally, vaccinations are important, both for protection of your horse, but are a requirement by many of the shows nowadays. It's important to have the horses vaccinated twice a year. We can also prepare you for traveling, whether it be up north, to Europe, exports, horses importing. We also make sure that those horses are getting everything that's required of them coming into the United States. So with the preventative care, it's both important whether you're a Grand Prix horse or a pet.
Hi, I'm Dr. Natalia Novoa. I am a veterinarian and I practice conventional and alternative medicine. Chiropractic is a great treatment option for horses that suffer neck and back pain, poor performance, behavioral problems, muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and unexplained lameness. There has been an increase of interest in non-traditional therapy, and Palm Beach Equine Clinic is aware of its great value. So we provide this service to allow our horses to reach the maximum performance, potential, and overall health. Well, I think Palm Beach Equine Clinic is one of the clinics that definitely wants to be up to date with all the technology, and we've been able to get involved alternative medicine like chiropractic and acupuncture to our conventional medicine cases. So we're just working everything as a combo, as an overall, and we're having great results. And we have a great team of veterinarians, and we've been able to make it work and have great success for the clients and the horses. Well, I would say that it is a great alternative, it's a great treatment. They would be able to restore the misalignment or the joints or vertebrae that are stuck, and we're gonna be able to make their horses feeling better and perform better. It doesn't hurt, it's not invasive, and we're just trying to work within the physiological space between the vertebrae, so we're not being very invasive, and we do have a great result with it. So usually the protocol after the adjustment is give them 24 hours off, meaning just hand walk for 10 or 15 minutes once or twice a day. That way they can hold the adjustments longer and the muscle memory is not gonna pull the vertebrae out. So they're gonna hold the adjustment longer, they're not gonna be sore. And then after that, you can just carry on. You might just start gradually increasing the workload, but when you have to go for it and show or play, you just go for it. The important thing is just give 24 hours out. That way the body is able to adjust to all these changes and then see the good results.